Hello, my name is Nick Guerilla, founder and CEO of My Florida Green. I want to personally thank you for choosing our platform for your medical marijuana certification. We've created this explainer video to streamline the process and to educate you on what products are available and how to administer them. Let's get started with some Cannabis 101. We're all born with an endocannabinoid system, which is part of our central nervous system. It's responsible for our harmonic balance, which we need in order to accomplish homeostasis. In order for our bodies to heal naturally, we need homeostasis and harmonic balance. We began our lives with a fresh endocannabinoid system, which is ultimately pulled apart with toxins, drugs, alcohol, and medications. What often falls in between are debilitations, illness, and disease. One pill often leads to another pill that leads to another pill, and that's why we're here today. So when you reintroduce cannabinoids into your endocannabinoid system, you replenish it, promoting harmonic balance, which is ultimately going to lead, or hopefully lead into, healing naturally. That is the magic or simplified version of cannabis, also known as medical marijuana. Your appointment with a licensed recommending physician should last between 15 and 30 minutes. During this evaluation, the physician will discuss your qualifying condition and how medical marijuana may be a good fit as an alternative treatment. It's important to know that the physician is making a recommendation and not writing a prescription. A prescription would be regulated at a federal level, and there's no scientific data regarding specific dosing for your specific condition. Keep in mind that medical marijuana is still a federally illegal drug. Providing you qualify, you'll be given access to all medical marijuana products offered by the licensed dispensaries throughout the state with your recommendation, not your prescription. You see, Florida is slowly accepting and adapting the fact that medical marijuana is now legal in our state. Some counties have been easier to work with than others as to opening dispensaries, which are considered the pharmacy where you'll pick up your medicine. If you don't have a dispensary in your area, don't panic. Most offer statewide delivery for a small fee, and they'll deliver right to your door. We welcome anyone to visit our dispensary guide at myfloridagreen.com, which is located under Patient Guide. Bookmark this page as we update it every week with the latest strains and delivery methods available by the licensed dispensaries. If you're on a mobile device, add this page to your home screen as it will appear as an app on your phone for simple access. So, another very important reason why medical marijuana is a recommendation and not a prescription is because everyone's different. We all process, digest, and metabolize differently, so finding the delivery method and specific dose that works for you can be a bit of an experiment. An important fact to remember from this video is that marijuana has killed no one ever in history. That's right, 0 deaths have been reported during the thousands of years it's been administered as medicine. Now that we have the factual data established, let's get into the basic science. The marijuana plant has hundreds of medicinal compounds, but we're going to focus on 2, THC and CBD, which are the 2 primary compounds. THC is short for tetrahydrocannabidiol, and CBD is short for cannabidiol. THC is the psychoactive ingredient, or for the lack of better terms, this is the part that will make you high. The CBD is the non-psychoactive part of the plant, which will often cancel out the psychoactivity of the THC. For the full medicinal effects of cannabis, it's best to introduce at or around a 1-to-1 ratio. That's 1 part THC to 1 part CBD. This is also the desired ratio for the body looking to ignite the entourage effect, which replenishes your endocannabinoid system. So a patient that is looking for pain relief would increase the THC, which oftentimes will get them high, and a patient for anti-inflammation or anti-anxiety would increase the CBD, which often cancels out the psychoactivity of the THC. Typically, people that are sensitive to THC and anxiety will require a higher dose of CBD than THC. So, if you're new to medical marijuana, we suggest you have a bottle of CBD without the THC on hand during your experimentation process, because CBD will often cancel out the psychoactivity of the THC. But again, everyone is different. Now, most dispensaries will offer strain-specific products, so let's touch on this for a moment. There are 3 strains to the plant, which are sativa, indica, and hybrid. Sativa is typically known as the upper. This is the strain that usually is better used during the day and will get your thoughts flowing in your mind pretty rapidly. It's not the strain that you want to use before bed, as you could stay up all night tossing and turning, solving all the world's problems. Indica also known as In the Couch, is typically a slower strain, and you can remember the difference by indica in the couch. Hybrid is typically a bit of both, although some strains are sativa dominant hybrid and others are indica dominant hybrid. Now, let's talk about the current delivery methods available here in Florida for administering medical cannabis. Vaporizing or inhalation is the fastest delivery method. When you inhale the vapor, your capillaries in your lungs trap the vapor and deliver the compounds to your bloodstream almost immediately. Most can expect a relief period of 20 minutes to 2 hours. The second fastest delivery method is a tincture, which is an oil dropper underneath the tongue. It's recommended to let the oil sit underneath your tongue for 60 to 90 seconds. This is considered a 20-80 delivery. 20% will absorb rapidly under the tongue and 80% is digested and metabolized. So typical relief expectation would be 3 hours to 6 hours, with effects felt as early as 20 minutes. Next is a topical cream, which can be great for arthritis, keeping in mind that the relief is minimal because the compounds typically do not break the blood-skin barrier. A nebulizer or a nasal spray is available for patients in need for an instant relief, typically for patients suffering with seizures or epilepsy. Now, the last delivery method we're going to discuss is capsules, which is also considered an edible. This is the strongest method of administering cannabis, and we urge all patients to use extreme caution. When ingesting THC, you're digesting and metabolizing the compounds. Some patients won't feel effects or relief for 1 to 2 hours. Considering the digestive tract can often lead into a double dose. This scenario can often bring on an unwelcomed period of relief that can last anywhere from 10 to 15 hours. That's a serious commitment. So the takeaway here to remember is we're all different. We all process, digest, and metabolize at different rates. We suggest you start low and slow and gradually increase your dose as you see fit. Most patients will have access to the maximum dose per day, which will be in 70-day increments. These rules and regulations are subject to change at any moment. Remember, if you vape or use tincture with a higher THC and you don't like the feeling, you can use the CBD product tincture, which will often snap you right out of it within 20 minutes. Again, keeping in mind that everyone is different, and that theory will definitely not work with the edibles, as once it's in your digestive system, you're committed. I want to congratulate and thank you on your new venture on behalf of My Florida Green, as we wish you the very best on your new path to healing naturally.